Hello and welcome back to Modded Minecraft Feed the Bees, and today we are in maintenance mode. So fresh off our kill of the lightning dragon, we are coming back to the farm, and what we're going to do is we're going to take care of a few things that have kind of been bothering me around the farm. Basically, we've got a lot of lag going on around here, and we're going to spend some time trying to work out ways we can make things more efficient around our farm. So let's jump in. So yeah, we've got a few problems around the farm. Number one is lag. My FPS is pretty low. I'm not gonna lie. Basically, when I go out to like the mining dimension, or dimensions where there's not much going on, I get like 100 FPS. But now when I come back to the farm, it tanks really, really low. And to keep the farm healthy, what we need to do is diagnose some of these problems. And it's a great chance for us to just make things more efficient in general. So, step number one, we're gonna be looking into Flux networks. Now I know exactly what you guys are thinking, like what the hell is Flux Networks? So those of you at home that are more familiar with all the Mod 6, you might already know what Flux Networks is. If you guys don't know what it is, basically it's wireless power. It's going to be great because it means we can finally get rid of mostly all of these universal cables that are kind of all over our farm. They could be contributing towards lag, so getting rid of those would be super helpful. And it's also going to help us keep our jetpack charged, because at the moment I have to keep coming back to base to refill my jetpack, and it runs out of power very, very quickly. So Flux Networks, where do we get started? So these are all the items associated with Flux Networks, and we're probably going to need most of these. We'll need storage to hold... Whoa, look at this. This storage can hold 128 million FE. Still not as much as my jetpack, but that's a lot of FE. So let me craft some of these things and I'll show you exactly how they work. Now, a lot of mods have their own unique building blocks, like for mechanism it's osmium and refined redstone and diamond and obsidian, stuff like that. For immersive engineering, it's treated wood. Basically, Flux Networks is no different, and this time it's flux dust, which is obtained by compressing redstone dust with bedrock and obsidian. And when you click on it, it shows you here, left-click the obsidian, while there's redstone on the floor, and you'll smash it into flux dust. Okay, well, we've got all these bits and bobs. Let's take a couple of stacks of redstone. Oh, got some in here already. Get some obsidian. Whoa, 11k obsidian? Crazy. And let's get down to bedrock. Oh man, it's been a long time since I've been down into this mine. I spent so long designing this little mine shaft. Only, hang on a sec. What? Oh, we missed some poison ivy. Let's get rid of that. Although, maybe this side, I've never flown into this, so maybe we can leave this poison ivy. Okay, let's go and hit bedrock. Oh, disengage jetpack. Now, it shouldn't be too hard to find bedrock. Oh man, this pickaxe. Imagine if I had this pickaxe when I first started the game. That would have been crazy. Soapstone, more like nopestone. Let's get a few torches around. The torch launcher, indestructible torch launcher. Man, honestly, coming down into this basement, what the hell was that? Am I seeing things? Was there like a weird chicken thing? I'm gonna have to look back at the footage to find out what that was. What the hell was that? But yeah, coming down into the mine makes me realize just how much my game has moved forwards and how much progress I've made. And if I had these tools that I have now, back when I first started, everything would have been effortless. Man, there's diamonds so close to where we dug our first mine as well. I think I was looking for ages to try and find diamonds. Anyway, we're going down to bedrock. There we go, there's some bedrock. Light it up, sweet cheeks. So the theory here is very, very simple. We get redstone, we toss it on the ground, then we smash it with the obsidian. Is that how it works? Yeah, sure. So down goes a piece of redstone, obsidian in hand, and I'm supposed to just left click this. It's not doing anything. Maybe I need more redstone. I feel like I've maybe made a massive mistake here. What the F? Okay, so I think we might actually have to place the blocks down. So I put the redstone in between the obsidian and the bedrock. Fingers crossed this should work. Right. Oh, wait, what? No. Oh, yeah, it works. Okay. Wow, that's quite savage. And the obsidian is stuck in place now, so we'd have to dig it up. Luckily enough, we've got a pick that makes obsidian look like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese. So using that logic, we're gonna... Ooh, now the problem with this is if I put a redstone piece here and then try and put one there, it'll just stack them. Oh, idea. Can I put a stack down? Boom. Does it work? Oh yeah, we got a stack of flux dust. This is much more efficient. Boom. Oh, and that's so rewarding. Okay, cool. And that is how you make flux dust. Let's get topside. So flux dust goes into the computer as well as our other ill-gotten gains, 6 diamonds. It's kind of meaningless now, but you know, every little helps, right? We've only got 1,200 after all. Is that not that much? I don't know. So flux dust, eyes of ender, and obsidian. We'll need a few of these, luckily enough. We've got loads of both. Let's just make a few stacks. Oh, wait. Oh, we ran out of blaze powder. But again, we got loads of blaze rods. Not a problem. So let's make a couple of stacks of flux cores. Perfect. 2 stacks, that should do. Oh, wait. We have actually run out now of the dust. Let's go and make some more. Okie dokie, so we've got the basic building blocks, the flux dust that makes the flux core. Now we'll need flux blocks, which are the second kind of part of things. And I don't think we're going to need quite a stack of these, so let's make 34 or something. Oh, no, we've run out of flux dust again. Okay, so I've gathered up some more flux dust. Now we have some flux dust, some flux cores, some flux blocks, the basic building blocks for this mod. So the blocks are as follows. The plug takes energy and puts it into the network. The point takes energy from the network and puts it into whatever it's connected to. And you plug this in the same way you'd plug a power cable in. It's just you don't need to lead it back to your battery. You have a controller that you put down, and this manages the whole operation. And then you have batteries. Small, medium, and large. And that, in essence, is the entirety of Flux networks. It's crazy simple. Now, the thing we're going to need most of is points. And let's get started with about 20 of these. There we go. We'll need a controller, of course, flux dust blocks and flux cores. No sweat. And then we need a flux plug, and this is how we put energy into the network. And we'll only need one of these for each energy source. So we'll put this next to the reactor, and I think we won't need more than 4 or 5 of these in total. And let's also make some flux storage to demonstrate how that works as well. So this is where our main power reactor is. It's literally a power reactor with an H. It's going into a wireless heat transmitter. Oh, of course, yeah, for iron furnaces. And then the rest of it kind of feeds around the factory and the entire farm. Basically, this cable leads across our entire network of everything that needs power. And so what we're doing is getting rid of the need to use basic universal cable. We'll still need some because it's convenient in spaces, but we're going to cut down massively. And for one, we're not going to have cable running all the way underground to places like the house, for example. So let's do it. We put down the flux controller first. Pretty simple. And we'll put this across this wall at the back here. So down goes the flux controller. Now we right click on this, and this is where things look like they're going to get confusing. However, don't be alarmed, they're not. All we need to do is create a network. So the first one is going to be called My Farm, Sjin's Farm. Bada boom, bada bing. You can add security. Oh, that's crazy. And we're not going to add security because we don't need to worry about anybody stealing our power, right? And we can also choose a color. Now, I always like the idea of green. Power should be green. It's public. It's called My Network. Amazing. Boom. Sjin's network. Now, there's a whole bunch of settings here. You can use chunk loading to keep your power active. I don't know what disable limit means. Surge mode, output and buffer, transfer limits. There's all kinds of crazy options that you can configure. Also, there's wireless charging, which is very interesting, in fact. So if we enable wireless charging, and I think the second slot is the one that we want, right? Apply. So now we've enabled wireless charging for our armor slots. But our jetpack is still missing about 10 million FE. So let's disconnect the reactor. Now this is a big moment. Be careful. Ooh, and it's gone. And instead of a universal cable being plugged in there, we're going to plug in a Flux plug. So this is a Flux plug. We put this into my network. Amazing. Oh. So the Flux plug is receiving power. And the Flux controller says that our network has... Oh, whoa, look at this. You even get like graphs and stuff. So our network has lots of power being fed into it. However, our network at the moment has 0 capacity. We can't actually have any storage for our network. And this is where basic Flux storage comes in handy. So over here on this side of the room, we're going to put down a basic Flux storage. A right click on this and we can select the network, my network. And you don't need any plugs, any wires, anything else. You just need to put these down, select the network, and instantly the power goes into these batteries. It's amazing. So boom, network, my network. Oh, this is so good. Also, aren't you loving that sound effect? That's amazing. I love it to bits. Oh yeah, now we're getting power. This is not an amazing amount of power. In fact, this is quite a feeble amount of power. In these blocks are 1 million each, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million. That is a paltry number. Those are rookie numbers, son. We're gonna need to up our game. So it's time to look at our options and buy the dip. Plenty of redstone in here. Let's get a few stacks out of here. And make loads more Flux dust so we can create the gargantuan power battery. The gargantuan Flux storage. Oh, that's going to be the bee's knees. Okay, back into the pit. I fell into the pit. You fell into the pit. Make some space. Okay, let's make some Flux dust. Now I wonder, we put 1 stack down and it made like a stack. What if we empty our entire inventory of redstone dust into one little corner over here? Will that work? There we go, like 1 million redstone down there in the corner. Right click here. But whoa, okay. No, it didn't quite work. However, I do think we can still kind of fix this by just spamming loads of redstone. There we go. It's kind of working. Slowly. Wait, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I think I just deleted a whole load of redstone. Whoa, but look at this. So you... Oh, no, I think I got it back. Okay, so that's all the redstone dust turned into fluxy goodness, I think. Amazing. Let's go back home. Okay, so we need as many tier 1s as possible. The tier 1s become tier 2s, and then the tier 2s become a tier 3. So 22 basic Flux storage, 3 Herculean, ugh. And so that's gonna have to work for now. We'll put these in and yeah, we should be okay. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Here we go. Into my network. Boom, boom, boom. Into my network. Boom, boom, boom. Into my network. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. Yeah, so now we've emptied the reactor. It's filling up at the rate that the reactor is burning up. Oh, and look at this. The unobtainium jetpack has filled up. So it looks like using the wireless function on the Flux controller, wireless charging, armor slots, apply, works. In the same vein, we can charge things that are in our inventory, charge things that are in our curio slots, and charge things that are in our hotbar as well. Well, let's keep our hotbar enabled as well, because this way, check it out, we can keep our atomic disassembler charged as well. So, wireless charging. Enable wireless. Wait, it's not. Main hand. Apply. Oh, there we go. Has that gone up? It's going up very slowly, but at least it's going up. And this is great because now it means we can use our atomic disassembler on max power at all times. So one other thing, basically, This is great for around the farm, but I think if I'm too far away from the farm, I'm not going to get things charging up because this chunk isn't loaded. And since I don't know that, I'm going to test it out. We're going to engage the jetpack and fly super far away. The speed of sound into the ocean. Whoa. Okie doke. So here I am, quite far away, and I'm using jetpack power. 183. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go even further. Whoa, okay, slow down. Okay, so very interesting. It looks like the Flux network is still charging my jetpack, and I think this is because our storage works. Basically, the Flux network knows how much is in the storage, but because the chunks aren't loaded back there, it can't replenish the storage. So my batteries are running out right now, but they're not being refilled by the reactor. Let's prove that theory by going home. Okay, so we arrive home. Let's look at the batteries. No, the batteries are fully stocked. The reactor's online. Oh, but the reactor is low. So I think, yeah, it was being drained from the reactor, but yeah. So I think what we might have to do is enable chunk loading for this network. Oh no, I banned chunk loading for some reason. Chunk loading is banned on this server. I'm not sure it is. So we're going to have to look into that. But for the time being, this whole system works for us, and that's great news. So what I can do now is start plugging other things in with these flux points. Now we don't have to remove all the power cables from our setup. What we can do is we can find, like down here for example, the power cable that leads into the house. And we can then attach a flux point to the cable, and this will take power out of the network and put it into the cable and then feed it through the house. And this is a great way to make sure you only need like one flux point for your entire building, but you cut down a lot of cable because you don't have it coming from the power source all the way to the house. Pretty neat, huh? So put this in my network, bada boom, and as you can see, everything's powered up. Great news. Now we can start to get rid of some of this cable, and this is where ulti-mining is going to come really handy. Just hold down the ulti-mine tool, and boom, all the cable is gone. Now all of our mechanism stuff still needs power as well, but again, we can just put a flux point in, let's say, here on the corner. You're in my network, and bam, suddenly this stuff is getting power again. Perfect. And you know what? What's really great about what we've done now is the fact that we've removed the need to get power all across the farm. We don't need to drag cables everywhere, and I think cables can be a little bit laggy. It's not the source of all of our problems, but it's definitely a big contributor. So we can put a power point here as well. Oh yeah. Welcome to the network. The social well, not the social network, the power network. And this means we don't have to design buildings with power in mind. Do you remember when we built the lab? We built this thick wall here to make sure power can get through the entire building? Well, that's no longer a problem. We still need those gaps for the computer cables, but that's something we can also confront. Because we can use wireless networks for the refined storage system too. So what else needs power as well? What about these farms? Yeah, absolutely, let's do it. And there we go, the farms are on the network. Now we do still have these ugly refined storage cables to deal with, but that'll come with time. Okay, very, very cool. So that is how Flux networks work. Super simple. And we've also fixed our farms a little bit, but there's so many things on my to-do list. I really want to get that Big Ben plugged back in, but also I want to get the dragon egg hatched. We need to make a Morgan sword so that we can farm more dragons, get dragon scale, make a dragon forge. Not only that, we need to look into things like Botania and the mods that we need to make an all the mods star, which is our true goal of this series. Man, there's just so much to do and think about. So thank you for watching. I hope you had an amazing Monday. Thank you for supporting, and thank you for dropping a comment. Take care.